Hey foam fanciers and outsole observers, the name's Ed Midsolebud, and welcome to my strange corner of the internet. Here we focus on strapping pieces of what appears to be packing foam to the bottom of our feet and running sometimes in the excess of 26.2 miles. PARKRUN has recently returned, and to celebrate I'm going to list my top 5 PARKRUN shoes for 2021. Move your gear shifter to park and let's run. So PARKRUN has returned that 5k or 3.1 mile time trial. It's one of many runners' social meetups and people have really missed it over the last 16 or so months that it's been missing. So what shoes do I recommend for a frantic frenzy of 5k fun? To bring a PR smile to your face over 3.1 miles. Let's sound the klaxon for a mass start. Just a disclaimer here, these shoes are in no particular order today. Obviously you'll have your own suggestions, please put those in the comments and help some other runners out. Right, remember not all PARKRUNs are the same. Some of the ones in my local area are certainly multi-surface, multi-terrain. There's lots of grass, very wet grass normally. So the first shoe I want to feature today will be able to handle such terrain. It's the trusty Pegasus 38. I see this 105 Earth credit shoe as a really good bet for multi-surface runs. A middle-of-the-road shoe that can handle a variety of different terrains. Not the lightest, certainly, that's for sure, but a good, reliable daily shoe that's available pretty much everywhere. I mean, you can even pick these up at the local Sports Direct. I was there this morning, perusing the aisles, and they had a variety of different colourways and loads of sizes. I think around about that £105 price point, you can't lose. If you're thinking of advancing from those daily miles up towards a PARKRUN, it's got a little bit more to it than some of the lower budget shoes with that 4-foot air zoom technology, and the rest of the midsole being made up of React foam, which supplies a more stable yet very cushioned and durable ride. So for a multi-terrain PARKRUN, I'd recommend the Pegasus 38. If your PARKRUN's mainly on gravel or concrete paths, then it leaves a lot more options available to us. Surely a good bet has got to be the ultra grippy Puma Liberate Nitro. So from the bulk of the Pegasus 38, from my first recommendation to this super light offering. I think it's about 100 grams lighter actually per shoe than the Pegasus 38. So a much lighter shoe, which is undoubtedly going to assist you if you're going to go for a faster finishing time. I think the value price of this recently released shoe is going to be very attractive to a lot of runners as well. Attractive as an ice cold cornetto on a hot summer's day. It's as breathable as well in the upper as a boat trip around the Dorset coast, and the nitro foam in the midsole will preserve your feet like gherkins in a jar of vinegar. Another top shoe that I've tested this year that I feel will really excel over that PARKRUN distance. You can pick these up for a steal as well if you get in at the right time. Puma have lots of discounts, and I know they've been discounted quite heavily on some other retail stores as well, so do keep your eyes open. Another pair now at a very reasonable price if you want super shoe squash, the significantly light profile of the Rebel 2 from New Balance. A very breathable upper here, but a touch shorter than a lot of other running shoes this year. Some people suggest even going up a full size. It does sound like madness. I've gone up a half size here, but actually I tend to do that anyway in New Balance shoes. It does run a little short though. One for the almost invisible socks. So do spend a little bit of time trying to figure out what size you should get in the Rebel 2. If the conditions are dry, then the Rebel 2 isn't going to let you down. Holds up really well on flat surfaces, absolutely brilliant on road, and a huge amount of energy return from the very quick to compress and expand fuel cell material. Slightly more expensive shoe than some of the others, although I did notice that a number of retailers have discounted this to sub 100 Earth credits UK now. So do go and check that out. They've recently reduced it down by about £25. I think it's a bit of a step up in terms of foam, certainly from the React shoes in the Pegasus, though you will find it's slightly more unstable. If you want the stability, maybe go for the Pegasus. A similar experience here in the midsole to what you get in the RC Elite version 2, but without the stability and rigidity that's provided by the carbon plate. Though it's like £100 less or £125 less if you can pick it up in the sale. So you'll get some similar feelings there, but over a 5k distance, it's not going to matter quite so much. Just before I get to my next couple of suggestions, I do want to say, don't just buy a running shoe because someone on the internet tells you to do it. Remember, you should buy and wear a shoe because you want to. It's something that you like or you want to get. Wear what feels good to you and what works for you. I'm simply supplying some recommendations here based on my experiences testing out this footwear. I think all of the shoes actually can be purchased for under 100 Earth credits UK. Often forgotten by many, but a shoe I found really nimble and great for shorter distances is the New Balance Beacon 3. I found the fresh foam in the Beacon 3 great over shorter distances, mainly due to the very light but very responsive foam. You can find these in ladies sizes for as little as 70 Earth credits right now. Presents the runner with a very breathable upper experience and less aggressive heel to toe drop than some of the other shoes featured today. Quite a light and airy shoe. I found them great on dry pavements, path or park runs. Could be great for those type of conditions, though I did find them a little slippery just after it's rained, so perhaps one to keep aside for drier days. I think it's due to the ground contact foam that we've got here in the Beacon 3. That side, still a super nimble and light shoe. I managed to pick up the Asics Nova Blast 2 recently for just under £100. I think it retails at around about 125, but if you're shrewd, you should be able to find it for just under. Sure, there's a discount code out there. One of the more weighty shoes that I'm going to talk about today, I feel it's really great at a range of different paces. So it could suit a load of different people that are attempting a park run. Easily capable of that type of distance, and enough pop here from the fresh foam blast midsole material to make it a real contender. Traction's pretty on point, though I would stick to mainly path or concrete based park runs with this one. I don't feel it will really work for a trail based one. Last but not least, one of my favourite shoes of 2021, the Adidas Adis 6. This one comes in at just over 100, so I think it's about 110 Earth credits UK, though again, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to find some type of discount to bring it down under 100. In fact, I spent like 5 seconds looking to see if I could find it under, and Start Fitness have got them right now at exactly that price. An absolutely tremendous shoe here for a whole load of different reasons. A shoe of succulent speed, with a tasty midsole of Light Strike Standard and Light Strike Pro. Perfect mixture of sweet and salted popcorn, with a padded cinema seat of an upper, and an outsole which operates on every surface known to runners. I think Adidas have unknowingly produced one of the best shoes of 2021 so far. I mean, at its retail price, it presents some incredible value. The amount of cushion that's available here, it's very, very light. It's around about 280 grams in my UK size 11.5. Might be a touch narrow perhaps for some people, but very few have picked it up so far have any bad words to say about it. I think this one's ideal for a park run due to the outsole setup. With some 4-foot pop from that Light Strike Pro and a bonkers price, it's right up there in terms of the best running shoes released so far in 2021. Light enough to race in, but also supportive and versatile enough for training. So by far and away the top dog at the moment for me over that 5k distance. I think last year I perhaps would have said the SL20, but I think this has got a little bit more about it. So those are my top 6 picks actually for a park run shoe. I did chuck in the Nova Blast 2 as well. I feel it deserves a spot on that list. Pretty much all of them there round about 100 or lower, which I think is superb in terms of value. What are your suggestions for a top park run shoe? Remember, not all park runs are the same. In fact, some are on road or paths, and others you could probably call a trail run. Let me know your selections down in the comments. A musical interlude for you. In the warm weather, I always seem to gravitate back to my Blue Hawaii album by Elvis. My favourite at the moment is Midnight Swim, which is the last track on side 1. There's steel guitars and ukulele all over this record, and I just love the sound of it. It's so warm and inviting. It's like your best friend walking towards you with a nice cool ice cold drink. Recorded in California in March 1961, this has atmosphere all over it. One of my most favourite Elvis records, in fact. You can just feel the warmth and the love throughout the whole of the record. Do go and check it out, guys. Blue Hawaii from Elvis. Thanks for sticking with me to the end of the video today, guys. Very much appreciated. If you haven't done so already, guys, hit that subscribe button and click the bell below for notifications when we launch those new videos for you. And it really helps the channel out if you give this video a thumbs up like and also share it with your running buddies. My name's EDDBUD, and I'll be seeing you